Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, not Brothers War. Guess what? If you order it for release date, you're not going to get it on release date. So we're going to open a booster box that also had masterpieces, sort of, quote unquote masterpieces, not serialized in it, known as the Mystical Archive. So, I feel like opening one of these older boxes might bring me more joy than nowadays where all the cards are kind of cut badly, promise to get, your Lost Legends, but then not get any, or you get serialized cards that are junks. Yeah, back in the days, a little bit more fun. That's what we're going to open today. So we're going to open some Strixhaven collector booster box with Mystical Archive. Let's hope that we do a little better this time than we did with the, Dominaria Lost Hidden Legend never came out sort of deal. All right, let us move this in a little bit. So, 12 packs, Mystical Archive. Let's see what we get, right? I think we want to get a... Is it Demonic Tutor, since we already got a Time Warp. We already got one. So, let's see here. Make your mark. So, starting off good, right? We're going to make our mark. A bunch of commons. They're easier to sort back than some uncommons. And then the rare, Strict Proctor, pretty good stacks piece. Doesn't infinitely stack people, but at least make them pay 2 more for every ETB trigger. And then we got the Promise of Loyalty, the commander cards. And then we got the land, borderless land, the Vine Glimmer's Snarl. That's something. Oh, and then we got, I think this is Anger. Something. It's a +2/+3, right? Yeah, and then we got Abundant Harvest. We got a Mystical Archive Shock. Mystical Archive Counterspell. Pretty cool cards. We're going to put that on the site for all the Mystical Archive. Let's see. The regular archives and then the Japanese archives. I'm not really sure how I'm sorting this. There you go. Much better sorting. And this will be borderless. And then this will be tokens. Tokens go on top because no one really cares here. All right. So, pack number 1. Looked like it was kind of fun. I mean, it just takes me back to the olden days when I was not hating every pack I opened. So, Resculpt. This card is amazing. I went out and bought like 20 or 30 of these back when it was, I think, 5 cents on TCG Player, so I spent like $1. And I just bought as much as I can. This card is amazing. Just look at his ability. You remove a creature or artifact, and all they get is a 4/4, which you can just bounce and they don't get anything. So, Resculpt Commander card, amazing. Okay, so then it goes all the way up here. And Show of Confidence. Reconstruct history. This card is actually really good for the Hinata deck, right? It's up to 1 target artifact, 1 target enchantment, 1 target instant, 1 target sorcery, 1 target planeswalker, all back to your hand. So, if you have just 2 targets, this card only costs 2. It's really, really good in my opinion. All right, so... this is a learn card. That's why it's common over there. Selfless Glyph Weaver. It's actually a really good card. It's just a Selfless Savior, but also with a backside of Deadly Vanity. Choose target creature, planeswalker, and destroy everything else. And then we got Rayona, the Fire Dancer. Dance with Fire. No backsides to that. Another good Selfless Glyph Weaver. That's cool. Where do I put this? Borderless. All right, and then we got Cultivate. I think this is Lightning Bolt. No, something about 3 damage. I forgot what this is, but I was going to put that on the side. We got a Negate. That's cool. And then we have, this is the land one. The Gift of Estate. Pretty cool card. So, I really love the Japanese Mystical Archives. It's just cool art, cool flavor. Wizards did things very well back then. This is the Strixhaven is one of my favorite sets. I don't even care about Harry Potter. It's crazy. I don't care about Harry Potter at all, and I think it's a really good set. I think the flavor was done decently well. The cards are not OP like it was in Eldraine. So, I really like this set. The learn mechanic was kind of cool. Nothing crazy here, though. Hall of Oracles. What does this do? Tap, add a mana of any color. Okay, so filtering. And then you can put a +1 counter on target creature, activate a sorcery only if you cast it. Oh, what? Oh, this is crazy. I never even remember this card, and it's actually pretty good. And like a low power commander deck, you can keep pumping your commander as long as you get instant sorcery. Put in a Tauran deck, right? Yeah, not bad. All right, we got healing. Oh, we got Liliana. Borderless Liliana. All right, Professor Onyx, also known as Liliana. Better Grandma Lily. Way better than the current Grandma Lily, just because it's harder to get, in my opinion. The current Grand Lily is better as a Planeswalker, but we got 1,000 of those. All right, it's a borderless. I'm going to put it over there. Claim of the Firstborn. So that's what that card was. Claim of the Firstborn. Gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less, and it gains haste. I think that's what it was. I don't know what this is. Snakeskin Veil, probably. Behind it is Snakeskin Veil. And then Basic Conjuring. So that's our Japanese, regular. Basic Conjuring, I don't know. There's no backsides to that. So I don't remember what this does. So look at the top 4 card. 6 card. Only 4. No 6. So you can't count. Reveal the top creature card. Reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. But the rest, that's trash. It's a lesson. So, you know. Lessons are usually trash cards. Honestly, lessons are only good when you can have a sideboard and basically it's a free card. But in Commander, you don't have sideboards, so lessons are completely useless. I saw something really cool in the back, so I'll get to that when I get there. All right, and then commons. Did I put that lesson there? The lessons are rare. Commons, uncommons. Oh, teaching. Teaching is one of the better lessons. Obviously, as a card draw in a actual game, it's, you know, really good because you use a lesson, so it's a free card, and then you can draw up to 3 cards if you use it. So it's a huge card advantage. But in Commander, it's basically you draw 3 because most likely some opponent is going to have more cards than you, and a lot of times there will be an opponent that has 4 more cards than you. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then double major, just basically copy. So always good for those copy decks. Perplexing test. Basically all the tests I've ever taken. Return all creature token to their owner's hand, or return all non-token creatures to their owner's hand. So you're bouncing one type of thing. Not that bad, but it does cost a lot. Exponential growth. Until the end of turn, double. X time. What the heck? That's... Wow. Can you imagine that on a trampler? Just that exponential growth going from... let's say you make X equal to 3, right? So if X equals to 3, that's 3, 3, 6, 8 mana. It's 8 mana. If it's a 2/2 or 2 power, right? It doubles it once to 4, doubles it once more to 8, doubles it one more to 16. So 8 mana, you get plus 16 plus 16 on a reasonably small creature. It's not that bad. Now, can you imagine if you can reduce that cost in any way whatsoever? Doubling attacks are insane. I want to put it over there, but it is a mythic. All right, so this is the one where you like top 4 and then choose a non-creature spell, I think. Whirlwind of something. There is this Rage. That very apt to what we're doing today. Urza's Rage for the Brothers' War, right? That's a cool card. Not that good of a card, but, you know, if you can kick it, right, it does 10 damage and can be countered. It's not nothing. This card is... very, very cool. I forgot what it's called, but basically you exile a permanent opponent controls, and then they top deck until they get the same permanent type, and you try to get lucky, right? But just look at the art. The eye glistens. Yeah, back in the days, Wizard did a really good job with foiling these crazy cards. All right, and then we got Flame Scroll Celebrant. Maybe he's Celibate. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, it does 1 damage to that player. Whoa. So, stops all their activated abilities. And in the backside, your opponent can cast spells or activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities this turn. So, basically a silence. Ooh, that's actually not bad. An additional silence for a red-white deck. But you have to have a red-white deck. It's borderless, I'll put it over there. A fractal, but what's really cool, I really love the emblems. So, we got row 1 Scholar Spark emblem. I really love emblems, honestly. I want to go out and collect all the emblems in foil. I don't even know if in the olden days if they had foil emblems. I remember when they first had emblems for Planeswalkers, I'm not even sure if they made those emblems or you just have to write a little thing out. All right, nothing crazy here. Some commons, some uncommons. We got our first actual mythic of the set, Mavinda, Student Advocate. I remember when this was still in standard, right up to the Dominaria transition. This card was insane. There's a lot of things that you can target with the little 1/1 double striker there, and then connive with it, and then it's just you keep protecting it. It's crazy. This card's pretty good. All right, Ink Shield. This card is amazing. Prevent all combat damage, and then you make 2/1 for each 1 damage prevented. So if someone is alpha striking you, you prevent all of that, and then you can alpha strike back and kill like 2 opponents that way in Commander. So it's not a bad card. Venerable Warsinger, not that good. Agonizing Remorse, not that crazy. Can't read this card, so it's not that crazy. It's probably a good card, right? It's a mythic. I think it's the one where you mill, or you name a card and then you mill your top deck until you get that card. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, but yeah, it's a mythic, so it's definitely something. Illuminate, kill a spell. Well, this is like a 3 mythic pack. And then we got Ecological Apparition. Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names, and each have a mana value X or less. Reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of them. Shuffle the chosen card. So this is basically that thing, the Uncharted Territory or whatever it's called. Uncharted, Unworn Threats. I forgot what it's called, the new set. It's the same thing. And then the tokens, not that crazy. Not emblems anyways. I think that is probably a significant money card because you can use that in Legacy, and people like that art. I also really like this art, the treasure token. That looks really cool. All right, nothing too crazy here. Oh, the thrilling discovery used to be really annoying. Gain 2 life, discard 2 cards and draw 3 cards. So it's ±0 on the card draw, but you can dump things in your graveyard to reanimate. So back in when it was in standard, it was not that bad. But then when it's out of standard, there's much better things to throw into your graveyard. All right, Callous Blood Mage. This is pretty cool because whenever ETBs, you get to choose one. Any of these modal effects are really good in any form of Magic game because you get a choice. When you get a choice, it's usually never dead. All right, Trudged Garden. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do create a 4/4 fungus. I don't know why it's not focusing that well, but hey, it's not that bad of a card. And then we got Shalea on the back, Embrose. So, pretty common commander that I noticed around the kitchen table there. And then we got Eliminate again. Approach of the Second Sun. Too bad it's not form of the Approach of the Second Sun. That card would have been crazy. This is a mythic back in the days. That really is just such a Timmy card. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's fun though. And we got Claim of the Firstborn again. And then, Faceless Looting. The infamous, look at that drawing, what does that mean card. There are a lot of people hating on it because of the drawing. I don't even get it. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's abstract art, right? Somebody might like it. And then we got Spirit. That is a treasure. Okay, halfway through the box, we got a lot of mythics. Honestly, the mythics strings were pretty enticing back in the day. We got Fuming Effigy as the starter here. Some uncommons. And look, Body of Research, another mythic. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature, and then put X +1 counter on it, where X is the number of cards in your library. Can you imagine this in like a commander deck where they have a fling? So they just create a big thing and then fling it at someone. That's crazy, crazy good. All right, Sprout back Trudge. I don't know why it's not focusing. Come on, focus. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So you can make it cost like 2 if you gain 7 life. And as Trample, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may cast it from your... Ooh, what? Hey, that's really, really good, because you can... If you just have a life gain deck, you can keep casting it and keep swinging your opponent with it. It's a 9/7 Trampler. And it's not, not crazy, but it's a decent sort of combo. All right, we got Quandrix Command. I should go over there because it's borderless. We got the, I don't know what that is, top 2, top 3. Look at the top 3 card and pick one, whatever it's called. Foretell the future, something. Electrolyze. Bronson's got electrolytes. Somebody's regret. I'm regretting not reading this. Something about looking at your opponent's hand, discarding a card, maybe. Maybe it's Pilfer. I don't know. It's not that crazy because I don't remember it. Academic probation. I remember this. I was on academic probation every day of my life. Basically, I couldn't cast any spells during class. My teacher wouldn't let me. And also, I couldn't put any... I can't activate my non-land permanents in class. Because, apparently that's against school policy. All right, we got Fractal and an Inkling. So, let's keep going. Oh, actually, this is borderless. We got Guiding Voice. This card was annoying in standard as well because they get a +1 on counter and they learn. How dare they learn? Go blank. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you learn. You go blank. And then we expand. and then we rushed into Rebirth, and then we got, oh, Cursed Mirror. This is actually a cool card. You might have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except against, until the end of turn, except against haste. So if you need something to like have haste right away and to do like an effect, you can use a Cursed Mirror, or you can copy your opponent's effect and, you know, use it on your turn before they get to use it on their turn. All right, we got another flip card here. We got Plague Dean of Chaos. That's pretty cool. He's the Dean. And then we got Augusta, Dean of Order. Oh, if only this was foiled, it would have been a pretty cool card. I don't remember if they had foils back then for the borderless cards. When I say back then, it was like 2 years ago, maybe. A Whirlwind Denial, the counter unless they pay 4. Yeah, over there. And then, oh, Tezzer's Gambit. This is the draw 2, I think. Draw 2, right? Draw and proliferate 1. Yeah. Not foil, though. Infuriate, +3/+2. Does it do anything else? No, it's just Infuriate. And then something Dark Side. I think it's draw 2, lose 2 life, right? Sign in Blood. Spirit. Ooh, Avatar. What is it? Haste. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. Yeah. It's a really good like token, but I'm pretty sure the effort to bring it out is gonna be not worth it. Unless it's like every time you play a spell, you generate an avatar token or something crazy like that. Square up. Target creature has basic power 4/4. What a square. Okay, that card was worthless anyways, so it fell. It deserved it. Look, what is it? It's Pilgrim of the Ages. Yeah, see? No one cares about pilgrims. Inkling. Pestilence Cauldron. Discard card. Create a 1/1 black and green. The lighting is really making this glisten. Yeah, you can discard a card to make it black and green token, and each opponent mills a card, or 4, exile 4 cards from the graveyard and draw a card. But in the back, Restorative Burst. Return 2 target creature, land, and or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Each player gains 4 life. And then you exile. That's not good at all. I don't even know why this is rare. All right, Fairy Encore. Discard a card, then draw a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, Fairy Encore deals damage equal to the card's mana value, and then it storms. So it's all about the storm, right? It's probably a card. I don't know if any commanders does this, where you have a lot of ritual and then you storm off of that. But that's what it's meant for. Oh, a Phoenix. A Retriever Phoenix. It's got Flying Haste, and with Retriever Phoenix, I gotta block the face. That's what's making it blurry. All right, when Retriever Face enter the battlefield, if you cast it, it learns. So yeah, learning is completely useless in Commander because you don't have a sideboard. Basically, it's just, you know, you loot the card. Borderless, and then we have the that guy's regret that he doesn't know how to speak Japanese, and then we got Swords of Plowshare. You know that. I don't know why that's a rare. Come on, it's swords. Everyone has 1,000 swords. Nobody wants to see that as being a rare. This is a rare only to use up your rare cards on Arena. I guarantee that's what it's for. And then we got +1/+0. Something. I don't know what it does. But +1/+0. All I can read is that. Something French. All right, and then we got Drink Sphinx. That one you can, when it becomes target of a spell, you can sack it. And when it dies, it learns. Again, don't want to learn. All right, and then we got a Fractal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am sorry about the face. Yeah, that way it will probably be a lot easier for us to focus for the camera. And then this pack just got destroyed when I was trying to open it. Dragon's Approach. Here comes a dragon. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. Each opponent. I thought it was each creature and each opponent. I don't care anymore. A lot of these cards were really, really innovative. I would say it's really innovative back in the days. But because it's learned, it's completely useless once it's out of standard. That's what I think. Sparring Regimen. Pump your creature. Sly Instigator. Until your next turn, target creature your opponent control can't be blocked. And then that creature's goaded. Hey, that's not that bad. You just piss off your opponent. Strict Proctor again. Duress. Maybe that other card I couldn't read was Duress. I know this card, Manatide. The Manatides. Something. I don't know what this does. Discard 2 cards. Yeah. You play this for 1 mana, you discard 2 cards. That's what it does. All right, and then Doomblade. You play it, and then you kill your opponent's creature. Doomblade was so good, but they stopped printing it. Elemental. They started printing Go for the Throat, which, I mean, I can appreciate in current meta, but Doomblade is just better. All right, we got first day of class. This is our first day of class. We got the Master Symbiosis. Symmetris? I don't know, whatever it is. Academic probation again, because I couldn't read, right? They're going to put me on academic probation. The culmination of studies. This is where you make Titans. It looks like there's a Titan there. Exile the top X card of your library. For each land card exiled this way, create a treasure token. For each blue card exiled this way, draw a card. For each red card exiled this way, it deals 1 damage. That's completely trash. This is terrible. Whoever won that. All right, we got the Vine Witch Coven. Menace. Whenever you gain life, you pay black. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I would say that is amazing. What? You constantly bring creatures back to your hand just by gaining life? That's so good. All right, double major again. We got that before. Divine Gambit. This is the one where I told you you're gambling. And then we got that's the thing I destroy for Despark, right? Destroy a target permanent. I think it's destroy target permanent with mana value 4 or less, or 4 or more. Adventurous Impulse and Memory Lapse. That's the card, and a Fractal and an Inkling. All right, so that's our Mystical Archive. We got our last pack opening. What are we gonna get? So when I'm looking back on Strixhaven, I'm just really happy about this set because even though all the learn cards are kind of pointless nowadays, everything else, you know, the flavoring is still pretty cool, and then the Mystical Archive still kind of makes me excited. Maybe I'll get something cool. That kind of idea. Fervent Mastery. You may pay 2 red rather than this spell's mana cost, which is 3 red. If 2 red is played, opponent discard any number of cards and draws that many cards. And then you search your library for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards. Or what the heck? That's completely trash. Never play this card. Never ever play this card because you're just going to discard all the cards you draw, and your opponent gets to basically filter. Stinging Study. I remember this card. You draw X card and lose X life, where X is mana value of the commander you own in a battlefield or outside a command zone. So I think mana value does not count commander tax. So basically, how big of your commander? If you have a 5-cost commander, you draw 5 cards, lose 5 life. For 5 mana, it's decent, not crazy. It is an instant. But if you got a commander like Progenitus, you draw 10 cards, lose 10 life. But for 5 mana, it's a lot of card draw. All right, we all know why Gristlebrand is banned. We got the Daemon Titan. That's just a Titan. 11-10. Whenever it attacks, sack a creature. And then we got a, I think that's Cultivate. Don't care about that. Oh, we got the Crux of Fate. Destroy all dragon or destroy all non-dragon. That's a cool Mystical Archive. Unfortunately, it's not foil. And then we got Lady Duress here. And then the Blade Historian. Not a good card, but I remember getting wrecked by Boros aggro that just keep playing this card, double striking. Every one of those creatures, like double strike their Raiju, double strike their the 3/3 that gets pumped by +1/+1 every turn. Oh god, that's how I always die. But anyways, that's the whole box. And then we got a Spirit on a Pest. So let's look at how many mythics we actually got in this whole box, shall we? It's actually pretty crazy when I look back to, you know, the mythics that you pull from these older boxes and how much value. I wouldn't even say value because, you know, everything in Magic is now worthless. But just how much fun it was to pull all these mythics out. And it's kind of hard to pull the mythics out of the Mystical Archive rares because it's a stamp, and you can see it's very hard to see the stamps. I think that's the only mythic that we got. And then for the commander, did we get any mythics? I don't remember. Were there any mythics in commander sets? There might not have been. I remember Liliana. I remember Liliana for sure. That lady. Yep. Oh, and a Fractal Ecologist, and I think that's the flip side, right? No, that's the only one. All right, so we got 5 out of set, or you know, borderless, some sort of treatment mythics, and we only got 2 of the non-treatment mythics in Body of Research and Mavinda. Is that it? I felt like I got more, but maybe I was just being very drunk and very high. Yeah, I was just being very drunk and very high at the same time. But overall, I would say. Let me move this inward a little bit. Overall, I will say, you know, I'm still pretty happy about opening any kind of box in Strixhaven because of these cards. These Mystical Archive, they're not, you know, very expensive, but I do think they're very cool. And it's just like alternate art treatments that I appreciate because it's actually alternate art. When it's borderless and alternate art, that's fine too. But when it's just like the same card, borderless, of the same art, I care about a lot less. And then I hate it when it's like a super fancy treatment, and then for some reason they're not foil. So I'm like, why does that exist, right? If you're gonna give it a fancy treatment, at least make it foil for the collectors. All right, that's what I think about, back in the days. But next time on Brothers War, we're going to see whether or not Urza or Mishra is going to come to play with their serialized numbers and all that. Chances are we're not going to pull any, right? Know my track record. Every one of the packs is just going to be anguish, and I'm going to be sitting in the corner crying. So look forward to that, I guess. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.